Hi everyone, my name is Infinity Dawkins, and today I'll be going over how social media can be used in a good or bad way. Some of the things I want to talk about how social media can be used in a good or bad way are the advantages and disadvantages. Some of the advantages that I found online is that social media can be one, used to build a good reputation, two, build up an organization, or three, building new relationships or encounters. And some of the disadvantages that I found on social media is that one, it can be used in inappropriate ways. Two, it can expose you to a past trauma that you had in life. Three, it can be an unsafe environment for kids or young adults when they're on these social media apps. With that being said, I did go on Statistics You Should Know, and I found out that 5.56 billion of people use social media. And out of that 5.56 billion people using social media, 66.9 are presently active on social media. With that 66.9% of people being active on social media, that number will be increasing over time as the world go by or as the world go round. And with that being said, this will lead me to my next resource that I looked up online, which is from mdvi.gov. The reason why I looked up this resource is because I wanted to see a survey of people of people who encountered harmful content on social media. And with that survey, we have 2/3 of respondents, which totals up to 66%. And with that percentage, they concluded that most of the content that they see on social media was harmful. Now, with that being said, I want to say there will always be pros and cons of social media, but it's totally dependent on how one uses it. For people using social media, I would say it should be in their best interest to use it to their best advantage, but in the same time, you should be able to promote good or you should be able to promote good things while avoiding the bad aspects of social media. And if you think that you can't avoid the bad aspects of social media, there are people who are there are people who would minimize their contact exposure by setting it on certain settings on their parental devices for their kids, or by just editing their own settings so they don't see harmful content, which I think will be the best solution when you're using social media. Thank you for listening to my speech, and that was everything I had.